Peace YouTube, peace X, peace StreamYard. Welcome to Winning Wednesdays. We're going to give it just a minute before we begin. As you come in, let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're from as you come in. I'm currently looking at the market right now, mostly green today. So far today, mostly green. I see Apple down just a little bit, actually down 3%. We're going to talk about Apple today. What else? What else do we got? Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin up about 2% today. Currently at 113,800. What else do I see? I see Microsoft up. Meta is down. Meta is currently at 757. We're going to run through some of the rest of these tickers shortly. But we welcome everyone to Winning Wednesdays. Today we are live on the Black Boss channel. We are live on Dr. Boyce Watkins's X channel. And we are live on StreamYard. So we welcome everyone across all three platforms. Got a lot to talk about today. Several articles I wanted to discuss. A couple key events this week in the market. I also wanted to talk about new additions to the S&P 500. I wanted to talk about some upcoming IPOs. What else we have? We're going to look at headlines in the. We're going to look at headlines on Yahoo Finance as well as CNN Business, and we're going to talk about a couple companies in particular. That's the agenda for today. I'm going to give it 3 more minutes before we really begin. Okay. I also wanted to go to. I got a couple shorts I want to share today. We're going to watch a couple of shorts as well. All right, so let's see here. Yep. Okay, so mostly green in the market today. This morning, you might have known the PPI came out. The producer price index, I think, came out at 8:30 a.m. this morning. Tomorrow, we have the CPI report. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we have the inflation report coming out. So that's going to be a key driver this week. I also wanted to discuss companies that report earnings this week. So that's also on the schedule. All right, let me share my screen right quick and let's take a look at what's going on in the market. Let's see here. Stock market. Okay, let's see here. Give me 1 second while I pull this up. Okay, let me share this screen right here. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. Let me share my screen here. Share screen. Let me pick the right screen here. Okay, this one right here, Google. Let's see here. Okay, so here are some current headlines so far today. Oracle stock jumps on outlook despite earnings miss. Here we're going to talk about Oracle. What else do we have here? Larry Ellison. Okay, I think he's the founder of Oracle. Larry Ellison is 110 billion richer after blowout Oracle earnings report. Yeah, right there towards the bottom on the left. S&P bills are on record high after PPI inflation report. Okay, the PPI came out this morning. Let's see what else we have. Apple stock's weakness was Wall Street's opportunity. Actually, I want to talk about this company right here. Klarna stock will soon begin trading after IPO pricing. Okay, I've got an article I want to share there. But let's get into this Barron's article first. Let's see what's going on with Barron. Okay, S&P builds on record high after PPI inflation report, producer price index report. Let's see what this article says. Stocks open largely higher on the back of an inflation report that has further cracked open the door for a larger rate cut by the Fed next week and a surge in Oracle's market value. The S&P rose 0.4% and the tech-heavy Nasdaq was also 0.4% higher. Both indexes are building on their record levels notched on Tuesday. Okay, the Dow was down slightly. All right, so let's see what else we have. I want to see if this actually mentions the PPI report. Actually, I got to press view more, right? Let's see if I can get the right article here. View more. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Let's see. Does it mention the PPI report? Treasury yields are down across the curve. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Adding to the good news for the stock market was this morning's inflation report, which came in benign. Producer prices didn't rise much as the market expected, giving the Fed more room to cut interest rates this year. Okay, there's a key sentence right there. Investors will now turn their focus to tomorrow's report on consumer prices. Okay, so PPI came out this morning, CPI will come out tomorrow morning. All right, so that's according to Barron's. Let's see what that says. Okay, all right, so that's one of the first articles I wanted to discuss. The PPI report came out this morning. All right, let's see what MarketWatch says. Let's see what's going on with MarketWatch. Let's see here. Klarna's IPO comes in the aftermath of strong public debuts from Figma and Circle, and early indications suggest the stock will pop when trading begins. Okay, so let's see when Klarna is going public. Companies with name recognition have been well received in their Wall Street debuts lately. Will Klarna Group PLC join the club? There have been signs of a strong demand for the financial tech company's IPO. Klarna's priced at $40 late Tuesday, well above its expected range of 35 to 37. An early indication from the NYSE suggests open between 48 and 50, although that can change as the first trade draws nearer. Okay, let's see what else. With Klarna selling roughly 34.3 million shares, the company raised about 1.3 billion through the offering. The IPO gives Klarna a total valuation of around 15 billion based on 378 million outstanding shares. Okay, so Klarna has gone public already, it looks like. Klarna is expected to trading today. Klarna is expected to start trading on the NYSE on Wednesday under the ticker symbol CLAR. Okay, someone look up what Klarna is currently. Ticker symbol K. I can't read. KLAR. Somebody look up how much Klarna is trading at currently. What's Klarna's current price? Let's see what Klarna is currently trading at. Anyone know what Klarna is currently trading at? Let's see. Let me look it up right quick. KLAR. Klarna Group is currently trading right at. Oh no, it's okay. So I'm looking at my Robinhood app. Klarna is about to make its public debut. Check back here for details. Okay, so okay, it doesn't look okay. So they're IPOing today. They're going public today. So it doesn't look like the price is just available yet, as of 12:09 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Let's see what else. Klarna will also follow in the footsteps of fellow fintech player Affirm Holdings, which went public in early 2021. Affirm stock has been volatile since its IPO and is trading nearly 50% off its pandemic era peak of 168. But Affirm shares have been a monumental. Affirm shares have seen momentum, recently as the company's profit profile has improved as new products have resonated. Affirm has a $29 billion market cap. Okay, Affirm is worth $29 billion. Both companies offer buy now, pay later services and more. They're trying to get more entrenched in consumer spending habits, although no, through debit cards and other financial products. These companies have taken different routes in their buy now, pay later businesses, with Klarna focused more on things like pay in 4 payment options that let people split purchases into installments, and Affirm opting more for interest-bearing offerings. Okay, there's a business lesson right here in this paragraph. There's a business lesson here, right here. Let me zoom that. Okay, let's reread that paragraph and let's talk about the business lesson there. Both companies offer buy now, pay later services and more. They're trying to get more entrenched in consumer spending habits through debit cards and other financial products. The companies have also taken different routes. Okay, here's what I wanted to focus. The companies have taken different routes in their buy now, pay later businesses, with Klarna focused more on things like pay in 4 payment options, while their competitor opts for more interest-bearing offerings. Okay, what's the business lesson in that paragraph? What's the business lesson in that paragraph? Is there even a business lesson in that paragraph? Let's see. What's the business lesson in that paragraph? Okay, so two companies that are direct competitors in the buy now, pay later space. Okay, one of them, they're not really copying each other. They're purposely differentiating what they're doing. They're taking different approaches. Okay, they're taking different approaches. If they took the same approach, the question arises: why would a consumer go with one over the other? So they're taking different routes in the same lane. Okay, so what's the business lesson there? Is there a business lesson there? Let's see here. What that's meant to is what that's meant is a better profit profile for Affirm relative to Klarna. While the companies brought in similar amounts of revenue in the 12 months that ended in June, 3.1 billion versus 3.2, Klarna posted a $100 million net loss, while Affirm notched 52 million in net income. Okay, two different approaches. One is cash flow negative. One is cash flow positive. Okay, Klarna said in its IPO prospectus that it's enacted a deliberate balance of growth and profitability, specifically in regards to its entry into the U.S. market. The company ran up 14 consecutive years of positive net income from 05 to 18 before splashing into new markets like the U.S. that required bottom line trade-offs. The company bills itself as a more consumer-friendly alternative to banks that offer revolving credit products. Okay, but traditional banks have instead profited from late fees, overdraft penalties, revolving debt traps, and countless other tricks designed to exploit their customers. Okay, so the takeaway from that paragraph is to be financially savvy, to be financially literate, and to manage your debt. Okay, to manage your debt. All right, so that's what's going on with Klarna. They are going public today. Okay, so Klarna going public today. Another buy now, pay later platform. Okay, so that was a couple of the headlines so far today. Let me press this more news button and see what else is going on. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Stock market today, S&P, NASDAQ hit record new highs on PPI inflation data. Oracle soars. Okay, I saw an article from Yahoo Finance. Let me go to that one. Let me share that one. I saw this article from Yahoo Finance. I think it was this morning. Let me share the right screen here. All right, there it is. Yahoo Finance. Okay, so this is a live look at Yahoo Finance. Oracle stock. Let me get my screen right here. Oracle stock soars after blockbuster AI revenue forecast. What else? Ellison overtakes Musk to become the world's richest person. Let's take a look at that article right there. Let's take a look at this article right here. Larry Ellison overtakes Elon Musk to become world's richest person. Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison said there was a shortage of computing power needed to run AI models. Okay, let's see what we got in this article here. Larry Ellison has overtaken Musk to become the world's richest person after Oracle shares surged by more than a third on Wednesday. That's a lot. Okay, so I think it's a video. Let's see if we can play the video. Or is it a video? Let's see here. Is this a video here? Or is it just a headline? It looks like it's just a headline. Yeah, it's just a headline. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's take a look at that Oracle article. Oracle article. Oracle stocks soars after CEO says AI-fueled cloud revenue set to jump 144 billion. Let me pause this video right here. Oracle stock jumped over 40% Wednesday. So anyone that is a shareholder in Oracle, congratulations. After the software giant said its AI-fueled cloud revenue is set to jump 144 billion by its 2030 fiscal year, that marks a massive leap from the company's projection of less than 20 billion for the business in its current fiscal year. We expect Oracle Cloud Infrastructure revenue to grow by 77% to 18 billion this fiscal year, and then increase to 32, 73, 114 billion, and 144 billion over the subsequent 4 years. The stock's gain comes despite Oracle reporting earnings for the first quarter of its fiscal year 26 that fell below Wall Street's expectations. The company reported almost 15 billion, slightly below the 14.9 billion, slightly below the 15 billion expected by analysts. Polled, the software giant's adjusted earnings per share is 147, also came in below the projected 148. Oracle's optimistic revenue outlook came as it raised its remaining performance obligation, RPO, or the total value of the contract revenue Oracle will deliver in the future based on customer agreements. We signed 4 multi-billion-dollar contracts with 3 different customers in Q1. The executive added that the company expects to sign up several additional multi-billion-dollar customers and for its RPO to exceed $500 billion. Okay, so Oracle, we have signed significant cloud contracts with the who's who of AI, including OpenAI, xAI, Meta, and many others. Okay, so Oracle is partnering with several of the AI leaders. Oracle has been securing a massive amount of NVIDIA's coveted GPUs and renting out that computing power through its OCI business to rival those of big tech peers such as Amazon and Alphabet. As the software giant has poured billions into its AI ambitions by investing in data center infrastructure, it has laid off workers and reportedly discussed eliminating cash raises and bonuses for employees this year. Okay, let's pause on that paragraph. Let's pause on that paragraph. As the software giant has poured billions into its AI ambitions by investing in data center infrastructure, it has laid off workers and reportedly discussed eliminating cash raises and bonuses for employees this year. If I'm Oracle's leadership and I'm investing heavily into AI, why would I want to pay you cash raise? Why would I want to pay you bonuses? Okay, my objective is to eliminate you. The AI does not need a lunch break. Okay, the software giant said its capital expenditures will jump roughly 35 billion in 26, up from its previous outlook from around 25 billion for the year and 21 billion last year. Check this last sentence right here. Shares in Oracle have soared more than 70% over the past year. Okay, so congratulations to all you Oracle shareholders. Okay, so that's what's going on with Oracle. Oracle did report earnings, I believe, yesterday. Oracle has popped since earnings yesterday. Speaking of earnings, I want to share this graphic I have from the Earnings Whispers. Okay, so this is this week's earnings. A picture of this week's the biggest companies reporting earnings this week. No real big names on Monday. Yesterday after close, Oracle. Tomorrow, Chewy in the morning. Thursday after close. Actually, today's Wednesday. My bad. This morning, Chewy reported earnings. Tomorrow after close, Adobe is probably the biggest name left to report this week. So the biggest names reporting this week will include Oracle and Adobe. Oracle yesterday afternoon, Adobe tomorrow after close. Okay, so that's what's going on in terms of earnings. All right. That's what's going on in terms of earnings. Okay. So credit to Earnings Whispers. I like their graphic. I usually look at this weekly graphic just to keep an eye on any companies that I own that report earnings this week. Okay, so that's what's going on with earnings. I wanted to talk about, you might have seen this headline recently. I wanted to talk about new companies joining the S&P 500 later this month. I went to Google and I just literally Googled new additions to the S&P. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. Okay, so these companies will be joining the S&P on September 22nd. Okay, September 22nd. The newest additions to the S&P effective 9/22 are AppLovin, APP, Robinhood, and MCore Group. Okay, these companies will replace Market Access, Caesars Entertainment, and Enphase Energy. Okay, so 3 additions to the S&P later this month. Here are the new players, and they're replacing these players. Okay. So later this month, I know Hood has shot up a lot recently. Actually, let's take a look at Hood's. Let's take a look at Hood. Let's take a look at Hood's chart. All right, let me see here. Okay, Robinhood Markets, ticker symbol HOOD, currently at 119. Actually, no, I'm sharing the wrong screen there. Let me share the right screen here. That's not the right sheet. That's not the right screen. Let me share the new screen here. This one right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, Robinhood currently at 119.45. Let's check the 5-day. 5-day up 18%. Okay, 5 days up $18 or 18%. Let's see what else. 1 month. Okay, 1 month up about 5%. I mean, 5% return in a month is excellent. So up 5% in the last month. In the last 6 months, check that. In the last 6 months, since March, Robinhood is up 235%. Up 235% in the last 6 months. Year to date, 203%. All time, 240%. Okay, 240% all time. When did they? They're about to go public later on. No, they're about to join the S&P later on this month. I want to see when they went public. When did they go public? Let's see here if I can find that right quick. Robinhood. Okay, I can't find it on these screens, but Robinhood is joining the S&P later this month. Okay, currently at 119. It shot up a lot recently, 18% this week, 5% in the last month, 235% in the last 6 months. Okay, so Robinhood will be joining the S&P in a couple weeks. Okay, let's take a look at one of those other companies. Let's go back. Can we go back? Let me stop sharing that one. And let me share. Let me see if I still have that one. No, I just don't have that. I don't have that window up anymore. Let me go back to Google. Let me share Google. Google. There we go. Okay, so let me ask Google new additions to the S&P. Let's check those other two companies. I'm not as familiar with those other two companies. AppLovin is one of them. Let's check out AppLovin. AppLovin, what do they do? AppLovin is a Palo Alto-based mobile tech company. Let me make that a little bit bigger. Hopefully you can see that. Actually, I'm sharing the wrong screen again. Let me share the new screen. Share screen, AppLovin, this one right here. Okay, there we go. AppLovin is a Palo Alto-based mobile tech company that provides software and AI solutions for businesses to grow and monetize their global app audiences. The company helps developers with marketing, analytics, and publishing through its integrated software platform. Okay, so that's a little background on AppLovin. All right, let's see here. Ticker symbol APP. Okay, ticker symbol APP. That's AppLovin. And the third company was, let's see. The third company joining the S&P is EMCOR Group. EMCOR Group. Let's take a look at EMCOR Group. I'm not familiar with EMCOR. Engineering and Infrastructure Outfit. Sorry. Let me share that screen. Share screen. And EMCOR Group. EMCOR Group. Okay, what does EMCOR Group do? Let's see what they do. A global leader in mechanical and electrical construction services, facility services, energy infrastructure. Okay, so let's see here. What does EMCOR Group do? A Fortune 500 company with 2024 revenue of $14 billion. EMCOR Group is a leader in mechanical and electrical construction, industrial and energy infrastructure, and building services. Okay, so that's a little bit about EMCOR Group. Is EMCOR Group in the S&P? Cramer on Monday reviewed the prospects of the newest edition, so they'll be joining the S&P later this month. Let's see here. Okay, so that's a little bit about the three new additions to the S&P. All right. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we talked about Oracle. We talked about new additions to the S&P 500. Let's take a look at current market, where we sit as of 12:29 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so here's a live look at some of the tickers I follow. Let me make this a little bit bigger. S&P currently at 652. NASDAQ 581.76. Apple down. Okay, Apple down. I have an article on Apple I want to discuss. Currently at 227. AMD 160. Amazon 231. Bitcoin 113,700. What else do we have? Okay, Google's been on fire the last couple months. Currently at 240. What else do we have? Microsoft 499. Meta 756, down 1% today to 756. Netflix 1251. Nvidia 178. Okay, Nvidia's up $7 or 4% today to 178. Palantir 166, Tesla 354, TSM 262. Okay, so that's a live look at some of the tickers I follow. All right. Speaking of Apple, yesterday you may know they had their iPhone 17 unveiling. I wanted to talk about what I saw on Yahoo Finance's YouTube channel. Let me see if I can share that. Here we go. Okay, so look at Yahoo Finance's YouTube channel. I want to share this short here. Hopefully, I can share this.
We're raising the bar once again with an all-new iPhone lineup. iPhone 17 is incredible.
iPhone 17, powered by the
Can you guys hear
A19
that?
chip. It has a bigger and brighter 6.3-inch display with ProMotion and Ceramic Shield 2. iPhone 17 also comes with the latest iOS features, Apple Intelligence, great all-day battery life, and starts with 256 gigabytes of storage. If you're upgrading from an older iPhone, you'll experience a huge boost in speed.
iPhone 17 Pro is by far the most advanced iPhone ever.
The new definition of Pro. iPhone 17 Pro, a new Pro camera system with breathtaking range and resolution.
Introducing the newest member of the iPhone family. iPhone Air is a total game changer.
It's the thinnest iPhone we've ever made. It's unlike anything you've ever held before, and it's packed with our most advanced features. The frame of iPhone Air is made of titanium. There are 4 stunning colors to choose from: space black, cloud white, light gold, and sky blue.
We're raising the bar once again with an all-new iPhone lineup. iPhone 17 is incredible.
iPhone 7.
All right. That's a little bit about iPhone's 17, Apple's iPhone 17 unveiling yesterday. What do you guys think about that? Are you guys going to buy the new iPhone 17? For me personally, probably not. I have the 16. I really don't see much improvement between the 16 and 17. 6 months, maybe less than 6 months from now, the 17 is probably going to be obsolete. They're going to come up with the 18 and then 19 and then claim the same things, right? This is the latest and greatest. This will change your life, all that stuff, right? So for me personally, I'm happy with the 16. The 16 does everything I needed to do. I'm in no rush to drop $1,000 or $800 on a new iPhone. I'd rather take that same cash in and buy more shares of Apple. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that unveiling? Is that a game changer for you? Is that going to make you camp outside the Apple Store for 2 days? Is that going to make you line up outside overnight 2 days to fight the crowds to buy the 17? Let's see. Andrea says, I thought it was named iPhone Air versus 17 Android. Okay, so Andrea has an Android. I think they had different models. I think it was a 17, 17 Pro, and some other models. Natasha says, I'm sticking with my friend. Natasha is sticking with her free phone. Good for you. Good for you. Natasha will probably buy ownership in these companies instead of ownership stakes in these companies instead of being a consumer to these companies. Let's see. Jen says, I have been waiting to get rid of my janky phone. So yes, okay, Jen's gonna buy the new 17. Okay, so that was Apple's event yesterday for all you Apple owners. We'll see. Actually, the market didn't really react favorably to yesterday's event. Apple is currently at 227. Okay, down $7 to 227. So the market didn't seem to like their event yesterday. Let's see. Okay, so Andrea says engineers were paid to build in I can't even read. In obsolescence in the olden days, battery degrading started making money. Okay. All right. So that's what's going on with Apple yesterday. I want to check one other short on Yahoo Finance's YouTube channel. Let me go back. Let me share and go back. Okay, here's a live look at their YouTube. There's a couple other. I wanted to find that short. I wanted to share again. Let's see here. Okay, maybe it was not here. Maybe it was on. Maybe it was somewhere else that I saw that. All right, let's talk about this one. Let's see what this one's going on.
The U.S. jobs market just got another reality check. The Labor Department just said we had 911,000 fewer jobs between April 2024 and March 2025 than first reported. Now, this is just a preliminary estimate. However, it is one of the worst downward revisions that we've seen since the financial crisis. Now, these revisions don't reflect today's conditions. They go back around a year or so and use more comprehensive data points such as tax records, as well as business openings and closings. However, if you combo that with the recent weak payroll reports that we've been seeing, around 29,000 jobs added over the summer months, for example, the message is clear. The labor market is weakening. So bottom line here, fewer jobs than we thought, a weaker economy, at least on paper, and growing pressure for the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. The U.S. jobs market just...
All right, let's. Okay, so that's our short on the jobs report. I wanted to discuss some companies that are going public. Let me share my screen here. That are about to IPO. Share screen. Let's share the Google screen. Okay, let me search what companies are going public. There's a couple that I okay, Klarna's going public. Okay, we talked about that one. There's a couple other ones I remember. StubHub, yeah, this is one. I've used StubHub. Okay, I've used StubHub in the past. StubHub looks to be going public. When are they going public? Expected to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange on the 17th. Okay, on the 17th, which is next Wednesday. After pausing earlier plans. Okay, so StubHub is going public. Klarna is going public. Gemini Space Station is going public. A crypto exchange and coin custodian. They plan on going public this week on Friday. Legence Corporation is going public on Friday. BlackRock Coffee Bar is going public on Friday. StubHub next week. Netscope Cloud Security, they're going public next week on the 18th. Okay, so these are some companies that are going public in the near future. Highly anticipated IPOs. Highly anticipated. Several high-profile private companies are rumored to be exploring an IPO in late 25 or 26, though dates are not confirmed and could change based on market conditions. Let's see what other companies are on this list. Stripe. Okay, I thought Stripe was going to go public before. The fintech giant is a long-anticipated IPO candidate, though its CEO indicated in mid-24 that the company was in no rush. Databricks, AI-driven data analytics company, expect to go public soon. Discord. Okay, Discord. The communications platform is expected to pursue a public listing after shifting its strategy beyond just gaming. Panera Bread. I think I ate at Panera Bread a couple of times. Restaurant chain was taken private in 17, but has been making moves that suggest a potential return to the public market. What else do we have? Skims, Kardashian's shapewear and clothing brand has reached $4 billion valuation, but is reportedly not prioritizing an IPO in the immediate future. Okay, and then last year's IPO. Let's see. Okay, so some of them from last year. Okay, but here are a couple companies that are thinking of going public or about to go public: Klarna, Gemini, Legence, BlackRock Coffee Bar, StubHub. Okay, I'm most familiar with StubHub and Klarna from that list. Okay, so those companies are looking to go public soon. All right. What do you guys think about that? Will you guys buy shares once those companies go public? Will you guys wait? What do you think? I have. Okay, so Andrea says I have RDDT24 as their founders are altruistic and have a solid model with user input as keys to their success. Keys to success. Okay. Howard says he's been dollar cost averaging Apple. Okay, rolling to the bank. Okay, Howard, good for you. So with the Apple currently pulling back to the high 220s, Howard seems to be dollar cost averaging. Okay, good for you. Good for him. All right. So those are some of the. Andrea says waiting 6 to 8 months before investing. This is a lockdown period for pre-IPO investors to show. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. I wanted to talk about tomorrow's inflation report a little bit. Let me share our article I have from CNN Business. Okay, so let's see here. Inflation for a U.S. producer. Okay, this is the PPI. Actually, I wanted to share an article on the CPI. I want to see if this mentions the expected CPI inflation, expected inflation for tomorrow. This is today. Wednesday's report painted a picture of inflation not drastically escalating the whole. Okay. Let's see if CNN Business has anything on tomorrow's expectation. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, Trump. Okay, Trumpy trumping. Okay, Elon Musk lost his title as the world's richest person. Okay, Larry Ellison, we talked about that. Make sure this is okay. This looks like the CNN main page. I want to go to the CNN business page. All right. Let's take a live look at some of these headlines. Okay. Okay, we talked about everything Apple yesterday. iPhone Air, iPhone 17, and their new watches. iPhone Air is Apple's attempt to make smartphones exciting again. I want to see if they have anything on tomorrow's expectation in terms of inflation. Or what I could do is ask the AI what tomorrow's expectation is if I don't see anything here. We just saw a YouTube short on this, the job revision. Okay, let me go to XAI right quick and ask it what tomorrow's expectation is. Let me see if the AI knows what tomorrow's expectation is. Then I'll share the screen. All right, let me ask the AI what is tomorrow's CPI expectation. Let me see what it says here. All right, let me see. Let me share this. Stop sharing that one. And let me share Grok. I asked the AI, what is tomorrow's CPI expectation? Tomorrow, September 11, 2025, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Stats will release the CPI report for August 25 at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. This is the primary CPI data expected for the day, as CPI is a monthly release. Okay. Let's see what it says here. Headline CPI plus 0.3%, annual change 2.9%, up from 2.7 year over year in July, driven by energy, food, and tariffs. Okay. These expectations reflect ongoing pressures from tariffs, rising energy prices, and firm services inflation. The overall progress toward the Federal Reserve's 2% target has stalled somewhat. The report could influence expectation for Fed rate cuts later in September. Okay, so they look like they expect 2.9. We'll see what actually shakes out tomorrow morning. We'll see what actually shakes out tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. So tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. or shortly thereafter, we'll see how the market reacts. Okay, we'll see how the market reacts. PPI was this morning. CPI will be tomorrow morning. Okay. All right. So what I want to do actually is also ask the AI this question. I believe it's the 17th, but we'll ask the AI what date is let me make this a little bit bigger. What day is the FOMC expected to lower interest rates? I believe it's the 17th, lower interest rates. I believe that'll be 1 week today. What date is the FOMC expected to lower interest rates? Next meeting on September 17th. Okay, so next week, Wednesday. This expectation stems from recent economic data showing a softening labor market and persistent inflation around 3%. Alongside signals from Fed officials like Powell and Governor Waller indicating a shift toward easing, market pricing via near certainty, over 85% probability for a 25 basis point cut, with some analysts expecting a more aggressive 50 basis point reduction. The current federal funds rate target range is 4.25 to 4.5, unchanged since December 24. This would mark the first rate cut in nearly a year, although the Fed remains data dependent amid tariff impacts and growth moderation. So one of the key factors the Fed will be considering is tomorrow's inflation report. Okay, so but they're expected to cut rates next week, Wednesday. So we'll see what actually happens. All right, we'll see what actually happens. Next week, Wednesday. Winning Wednesday will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so 1 week today we won't meet at noon Eastern. 1 week today we'll meet at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so next week Wednesday we'll have Winning Wednesdays live during prime time. Okay, not at noon Eastern, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, so that'll be next week Wednesday. Last night, for those of you that weren't with us last night, I want to quickly share my screen here. Let's see here. We did have a training last night. Let me pull up the replay if you're interested in the replay. Let me share the screen right here. We had a YouTube live last night. The replay is available on the Financial Juneteenth YouTube channel. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, last night we talked about how to build your capital base. I discussed 5 ways how I built my capital base. We talked about 3 ways you can build your capital base. So that training is available on replay, on demand, on the Financial Juneteenth YouTube channel. Okay, so if you're not subscribed to the Financial Juneteenth YouTube channel, this is one of the channels actually I go live on every Wednesday. So if you're interested in watching last night's replay, there it is right there under the live section. Okay, under the live section. Today we're live on the Black Boss channel. Next week we will be live on the Financial Juneteenth YouTube channel. Okay, so there's last night's replay right there. All right, those of you who couldn't make last night. All right, that's that. Any questions or comments? Let's check the questions and comments. Okay, Andrea. All right, cool. Thank you. Oh, she said it was cool. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got in my notes here. All right. Let me see here. I have this article. I have a couple other articles here. Okay, this was about the Apple event yesterday. Okay, we talked about that already. Apple's event was yesterday. This article was from yesterday regarding everything Apple announced at its big event. All right, so we can X that. Let me see what's going on with MSNBC. Let's check some of their headlines. Okay, I don't see anything on MSNBC. Let me check this other resource I use. Let's see what their headlines are. Larry Ellison versus Elon Musk. Klarna going public. Let me see if I have. Actually, let me share this. Let me share the screen right here. This is another financial resource I use, Business Insider. Okay, so let's see here. Inside the leadership shakeup brewing at a key XAI team. Rivian CEO, there's no magic behind China's low-cost EVs. Here's a good read. If you're worried about AI taking your job, these careers are safest bets. What else do we have? Okay, more on Apple's event yesterday. Microsoft is officially sending employees back to the office. Let's see. Let's check this article right here. If you're worried about AI taking your job, can I X this ad? Maybe I read too many Business Insider articles already. Yeah, it looks like I read too many articles. I want to check one more site to check their headlines. Let me pull it up right here. The Motley Fool. Let's check if they have any interesting headlines. Let me share Motley Fool's screen. Okay, actually, that's an ad. Do they have any headlines here? Okay, I'm giving a quick look before I share. Not really. Not really. Let me go back to, let's check if Bloomberg has any interesting headlines. Okay, same thing with Bloomberg. I read too many articles. I read too many articles on Bloomberg. All right. Any thoughts? Any comments? Drop them in the chat. Let's see. Especially extra threes. Okay, so some people are talking about last night's training. Okay, last night's capital-based training. Let's see here. What other financial resources do you guys use? My go-tos are Yahoo Finance, CNN Business, Motley Fool, Business Insider, Bloomberg. What else? What are some financial resources you guys use? Drop them in the chat. Let's check them out. What else? My go-tos are the Yahoo Finance and CNN Business. Okay, CNN Business, Trump versus, not Trump, Elon Musk versus Larry Ellison. What else? What other financial websites do you guys use? Bar chart and Whale Wisdom. Bar chart. Okay, let's check bar chart. Bar chart. Do they have any news? Okay, do they have any news? Let me see. I'm giving it a quick look before I share. Stocks. Stock market overview. Okay, let me share this one. Bar chart. Okay, I pulled up bar chart and I went to the stock section. I want to see if they have any news here. S&P climbs to a record high an hour ago. Wall Street ticks towards more records as inflation slows and Oracle soars. Okay. S&P climbs to a record high on Fed rate cut optimism. Buy now, pay later company Klarna goes public. All right, so there's some of bar chart's headlines. Let's see what else we can find here. What else do we have? Click news. Okay, I'm tripping. I didn't click news. Oh yeah, right there in the middle. Let me click news. Will it let me click news? Actually, let me go to all financials news. See what they got. Okay, gold already reversed its miner's turn. Okay, Dogecoin, Treasury Company. Dollar pressured by Fed rate cut expectations. Stock supported as U.S. producer prices ease and bond yields fall. How to buy SMCI for 10% discount. Stocks settle higher on hopes of accelerated Fed rate cuts. Okay. Any other website you guys want to check? Investors Business Daily. Okay, let me check that one. Investors Business Daily. That was the wrong one. I think it's this one right here. All right, let me share this one. Investors Business Daily. Let's click on the news tab. Riot Stocks breaks out as Bitcoin prices soar. That's from today. Palantir is bouncing back. Here's how take advantage via options. IBD stock of the day breaks out as Oracle fuels AI rally. Earnings calendar. Let's check this one. Earnings calendar. Okay, this is this week, 9/8, 9/9, 9/10, 9/11, Adobe. Okay, so that's just this week. All right, let me go back. Stock market today, stock market news and analysis, Trump family backed Bitcoin. Amazon stock, what investors need to know. Amazon stock is among the world's most valuable, driven by its massive e-commerce and cloud businesses. Him and her stock jumps on long-awaited foray into testosterone. Him stock popped Wednesday after the telemedicine giant announced its long-awaited foray into offering testosterone replacement therapy. NVIDIA's growing appetite for startup investments. Apple stock, what investors needs to know. Okay, you can check some of the rest of these headlines on your own. Let me see what other resources you guys use. CNBC, Wall Street Journal, okay. Trading Pub, Market Beat, Watch, Bloomberg News, okay, not their site, okay. Barron, Investors, Business Daily, Bar Chart, Whale, Wisdom, Bloomberg News, CNBC, okay. All right, maybe I'll pull up those next week. I'll make a note of those and pull up those next week. Next week we'll meet at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, next Wednesday on the 17th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, yeah, I gotta go as well. All right, so thanks for joining. Every Wednesday, noon Eastern, we go live talking about financial news in the market. But next week we'll go live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so we'll see you guys next week. Peace.